All right. All right, I'm going to give you this. You're going to use the little eraser on the end of this. You're going to use this marker, but the other, the pom-pom, for the eraser, okay? And we're going to start with, there we go. You're just going to use this space down here. I'm going to have you practice writing some words first. All right, so go ahead and uncap your marker. And can you write the word this down the bottom of your chart? Stretch it out and listen for the sounds, to the sounds for the letters you hear. This. All right. Oh, go ahead, finish. This. So it's just is. Can I see yours? Okay, so we need to work on this. Next word, erase this and try with. You're Jason, right? Jason? Justin. Yeah. Is Jason the new one that you got? Justin. Justin's the new one.
Which one is that again?
With. What if? What's your name? Beyonce. Okay. Did you say Jason or Justin? Now I forgot. Justin. Well. Okay, go ahead and erase with and try help. Stretch it out and listen for the sounds that you hear. Think of the letters for the sounds you hear. Help. Okay, go ahead and erase. Can I see yours? Okay. Go ahead and erase. So are you April?
Yes.
Okay. All right, go ahead and erase. You can cap your marker. And you can just scoot your chart and your markers up here. We are going to read about the farm stand mystery. You can go ahead and open your book, look through the pages. We'll start reading it in a minute. So you see the characters on the very first two pages. There's Matt and Nora, their dad, and then Penny Porto. So Nora and Matt are missing some peppers and tomatoes from their farm stand. A farm stand is it's like a little stand on the side of the road, and you can buy vegetables. A lot of times, what do I always see? Boiled peanuts is a lot of what I see around the South. So it's a little like stand on the side of the road, and you can buy fresh food. So they have some peppers and tomatoes missing from their farm stand, and Penny Porto finds them. So you're going to read to find out what happens after she finds their tomatoes and peppers. You can go ahead and look through the pictures. And there's one I want to have you look at. Keep on going. Okay, look at on page 12. What do you think Penny Porto does when she finds the peppers and tomatoes? Yes?
I think she made a pizza.
She makes pizza. So you're going to read to find out then how the story ends after Penny Porto takes the peppers and the tomatoes that they are missing and she makes pizza. So you can go ahead and flip back to the beginning and start reading, and I'm going to listen to you as you read. Okay? And whisper read like this so you can hear yourself. So Beyonce, go ahead.
think we will have the best farm things ever. Matt picked 67.
Pickles? Let's break this apart. Because if it were pickles, this would be I. This would be an I. Break this apart between these. This is pep-ers. Put that together. Peppers.
No.
Yeah?
Picked 84 tomatoes that looked at the lens. I have 33 heads of lettuce, said that.
Okay, good job. Keep on going. If something doesn't make sense, go back and check the word and look at how you can break it apart. Can you read that page for me? You are April, right? But it's A-B-R-I-L. All right, go ahead and read that page for me. That's Nora.
Nora and Nate,
Not Mate, this is Matt.
Matt finally get to the farm stand. They put the vegetables on the table. Nora counted 11 tomatoes. Matt counted 12 peppers. How many vegetables are missing?
So how do they know the vegetables are missing?
Because when they was picking it, they was starting to count the vegetables.
They counted them. And then what did they notice now?
That they have 11 tomatoes and 12 peppers
So some of the vegetables are
missing.
missing. Okay, good job. And it's just, okay, go ahead, can you read it for me?
Matt looks down the road. Honk, honk. A van is coming to the farm stand. The van stops. Penny, Chase,
Porto.
Porto jumps out. Hello, what is going? Asks Penny.
So check here. The W is silent. So you don't say the W, just that part. No, would we say, hello, what is writing? Hello, what is Put that together. Okay, does that make sense? Hello, what is wrong? There you go. Okay, keep on going.
Dad tells Penny that 73 tomatoes and 55 peppers are missing. Penny laughs and as Penny opens the back of her van.
Here, I want you to do this one. Instead of touching under every word like this, slide your finger over the top of it. So see what I do? Watch. Go ahead and read.
Penny opens the back of the van.
Of
Her van. The van is full of pizza, tomatoes, and peppers. Cover the pizza.
Good. Can you do that? Can you put your finger across the top of the words as you read them?
What is funny?
help you fix that.
To put the tomatoes and
Read out loud so you can hear yourself.
the pizza.
Mhm. Did you finish that page? I want you to try and, you can try and slide your finger over the top of the words to read them. Go ahead.
People like the farmer stand.
Like this. Watch. People like the farm stand because it is. See how I do that? I cover the words as I read them. Can you do that?
People like farmers stand because it's the fall is different and the one can to buy vegetables. People buy pizza and vegetables too. The farm stand is the best ever, said Dad.
Okay, so you can stop. Let's talk about what's happened so far in the story. So, who are the characters in the story? Go ahead and tell us. Can you just remember and tell us without looking at it? Can you remember and tell us who the characters were? Penny Porto. Uh-huh. Who else? Nora. Uh-huh. Who else is in the story? Matt and one more. And the dad. Good job. So what's the setting of the story? Where does it take place? Where does it happen?
Outside.
Yeah, like outside. Where else? How else can you describe the setting? How else could you describe it? Yes, it's outside, but some more detail. Let's see what we can see about the... You can kind of tell here, right? It's along the side of the, kind of like next to the farm or alongside of the road. That's where they sell their vegetables. So what's the problem in the story? What's wrong? Yeah? Uh-huh. So how did it end? The problem wasn't really solved because they didn't find the tomatoes and peppers, but what happened?
Penny made a pizza of pepper and tomatoes.
She made the pizza. And how did that fix what was wrong at the beginning, though?
She put the pizza in the table and then they started selling people buy tomatoes.
Yes.
And they buy some.
So how was that helpful? How was that helpful, Justin, right? Can you tell us how was that helpful, what she did at the end?
Because
They were missing tomatoes, right, and peppers. Penny Porto had them. So how did she help Matt and Nora at the end? Because she didn't give the peppers and the tomatoes back to them, but what did she do that was helpful?
they made a pizza of it
Uh-huh, she made a pizza, and then what?
and they found it.
Well, let's talk about that. We'll talk about that tomorrow. They didn't find it. We'll talk tomorrow about what they did with it. All right, so a couple things I want to show you when you read. If something doesn't make sense, you have to stop and go back and see how you can fix it. So listen to me read. Dad says, kids, let's pick the vegetables. I think we will have the best farm stop ever. Does that make sense? We'll have the best farm stop. Does that look like the word stop? You can break it apart. There's a part you know, right? That and then right in front of it you have and you put that together and you get the word stand. So you have to be careful and make sure everything makes sense. If it doesn't, go back and think about how can you fix the word. Let's try this with another page. Nora fills her bags with tomatoes. It makes sense. Does that look like the word bags? No, this one you have to break apart. This is baskets, yes. So you really have to read all the way through the end of the word. Think about how you can break the word apart. You can't just look at the beginning and guess. And then it has to make sense and sound right. I'm going to teach you how to actually write a word. And this is the word, I'm sure you can read it. This is the word back. See this CK at the end? When this vowel is short, when this says a, if it was long, it would say a. When this says a, and then I have a k sound at the end, it has to be a CK that you see. It can't just be a K if this vowel is short. It has to be a CK, all right? So take a good look. This is the word. Go ahead and read the word for me.
Back.
Back. All right. Ready, Beyonce? Whoops. What's missing? Beyonce, what's missing? The B and the A. April, what's missing?
The A and the C.
The A and the C. And Justin, can you tell me all four letters?
B-A-C-K.
The B, the A, the C, and the K. Good job. I'm going to give you a tray of letters, and I want you to take those four letters off the tray, just those four letters, and make that word back. Where's the first letter? The B, it's in the top row. And then make it in front of you. So put down your letters. And then you need the last letter. There you go. Make that word back. All right. Don't cover it up quite yet. Mix and fix. That means mix them up and make the word one more time. All right. Make back one more time. Don't cover it quite yet. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to stretch out the word and push the letters up as you do this. Watch how I do this. Back. See how I move those both up? When I said k, keep them together, those go together. All right, so push up one letter at a time and stretch out the word.
We do that at classroom.
I'm so glad. And then cover up the word. Cover it up with your card. And with your finger, write the word back on the table. Go ahead and say back and write it on the table. And then you can uncap your marker and write it down the bottom of your chart. See if you can write it without uncovering it. Go ahead and write back down the bottom of your chart. There you go. Oh, right down here. Write it down here. It's okay. We can go on the table. All right, erase back. All right, and try help. Now stretch it out and listen for the letters that match the sounds you hear. Help. Stretch out help. Right, help. All right, erase help and try back one more time. And then check under your card and see if you got it right. Okay, then put your letters back. And we're going to practice one more game on the back of this ABC chart. Just put it with that one. All right, you can turn your ABC chart over. And we're going to practice one more thing. You're going to use the three boxes that are right in the middle, yes. And we're going to practice some words that have digraphs. which are two letters that make one sound. So if you use those three boxes and I said, I want you to write the letters for the word chin, how would you use those three boxes and write chin? What's the first sound you hear in chin? What's the first sound? Ch. Write those letters in the first box. The letters that make the ch sound. All right, and then the next sound you hear in chin goes in the next box. Ch. In. What would you write? Ch. In. So when you go back, yours is good, yours is chin. When you go back and you read this, this is ch, n, like elephant. You need I. There you go, that's chin. All right, go ahead and erase chin. And try such in those same three boxes. Try such. Okay, so this is like umbrella. It's a ch, like chin, but it's at the end now. All right, erase such and try with. So this is what? Like igloo. Okay, that's with. Go ahead and erase with. And try this. So when you go back and you read this is the S. It has to be the is. Okay, so you have is TH. Fix your H there. Then I. And then good. Okay, erase this. Try thud. So like umbrella. And this is like fish. It needs to be what two letters? They ended with. Now I want you to start with thud. What two letters? Good. All right, erase thud and try chip. Last one. Ch. So this is ch, I, so ch, I, like igloo. All right, you did great. You can go ahead and erase. Thanks for letting me practice with you. You can go back to class.